If you want to provide extra support for ThunderBuddy 01 Productions, become an official ThunderBuddy superfan. For just $2.99 a month, you will get access to exclusive emojis, get a cool badge next to your name, and other cool perks such as shoutouts and priority replies to your comments. Join now with the link in the top of the description.
So you guys thought this channel was dead? To be honest, it was more dead than death itself. Until we at ThunderBuddy 01 Productions decided, hey, we're already savage motherfuckers as it is, let's revive this channel in our own way, and completely rip scenarios apart, because yes, that's what savages do nowadays.
The following presentation is for entertainment and joking purposes only. If you can't take a joke, then either grow a pair of balls, or don't watch this video. Profanity, although censored, will be present in this video. Viewer discretion is advised, or not. It's not my fault if you let your 5-year-old son watch this video. YouTube Kids and content filtration exist for a reason. ThunderBuddy 01 means no ill intent with any comments or references made, unless you are an exiled member of a community. If you are a person who was exiled from a community within the past 5,000 years, then no mercy will be shown, because f*** you. As with the original content, the link will be in the description. There will be spoilers, unless you watched the video already. If you did, then good for you. Take some head pats and a bitch slap to the face, because you're about to watch me rip this video a new asshole.
God, it is really hot in our studio right now.
Okay, not even a whole second into the video, and there's already a mention of copyrighted material. So not only are we reviewing an old scenario with subpar editing compared to today's standards, we are also reviewing a scenario that can get this entire episode flagged by the DMCA. Great. More editing to be done. Ouch, my fucking ears have been impregnated with that scream. Also, hey everyone, take a shot of alert jizz every time you hear Clay Ranger 143 say, it's there.
It's there! 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 It's right there! 2,000! You hear that, radio? 2,000! We made it, everyone! I'm gonna set you back up for the 2K special. Hold on.
Imagine waiting for a subscriber milestone to set your radios back up after they were unplugged for God knows how long.
Can you believe it, guys? 2,000 subscribers.
I thought you were gonna say a fanfic of yourself was released to the public, but since I'm a nice guy, I'm gonna let this one slide.
2,000. Less than a year ago, I reached 1,000. Now I have reached 2,000.
Okay, I take that back. It took me forever to reach 2K. You're getting sin, boy.
And as a special thank you to all of you guys who have subscribed to my channel, I figured I should give back to you with something a bit special that I think you guys will enjoy.
I'm seriously starting to think he's low-key referring to a fanfiction, but that walrus-looking head ass from Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc probably beat me to it.
Now, this scenario is something that me and Miss Radioactive Girl 00 have been working on for quite some time now.
Radio supremacy. Take away one sin.
And since Halloween is coming right around the corner, we thought, hey, why not put this out?
Yep, definitely a fanfiction now.
And as you can see behind me, all of my radios are once again set back up. And, yeah. So, they're obviously ready for the 2K special, which is this scenario, so...
How can radios be excited for a scenario? Has anyone ever really noticed that weather radios are constantly featured in scenarios? If anything, that probably gives them Vietnam flashbacks. But hey, what do I know? I'm just a text-to-speech voice representing a human person, because ThunderBuddy01 is too lazy to voice this out himself.
Yeah. Hope you guys enjoy, and happy Halloween.
That fucking face. Dear God, it's staring into my soul. And that laugh too. Jesus H. Christ, that shit gives me nightmares. Oh yes, they don't misuse the Valetones cliche. Although to be fair, we have people like SBC Tornado God 69 420, so this is probably a good thing to have up. My cat was exposed to heat in the first half of the 2010s decade. Now look what happened. Also, I feel like this is some sort of sex joke that wasn't realized until 3 years later. Yep, my suspicions were correct. Again, need I reference this catastrophe? What if such and such turned against us cliche? Oh, trust me, it already has. Damn, I didn't know Michael Bay was in charge of the graphics. What next? J.J. Abrams burns down the entire globe with his lens flares. Says it's Halloween, yet the scenario takes place the day after. So much for consistency. Why don't we do this cliche? F yourself, Paul, you took my job.
Advisory in effect from noon Thursday to 9 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time Friday.
Bruh, what the f? That's not even the right Paul voice. Do I seriously need to send this video any more than I already have?
The National Weather Service in Great Falls has issued a heat advisory, which is in effect from noon Thursday to 9 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time Friday. Temperatures, record.
Wrong form of the word record, you dumb.
High temperatures on Thursday at 100 to 105 degrees are expected, with highs climbing once again above the century mark on Friday. Some locations along the High Line and in the Missouri River Valley may approach 110 degrees on Friday.
Sounds like your typical day in South Texas, if you ask me.
Drink plenty of fluids, stay in an air-conditioned room, stay out of the sun.
At least Great Falls doesn't do that weird thing that Upton does with heat products. I mean seriously, stay out of the Sunday. How does one stay out of an entire day of the week?
Can reach lethal temperatures in a matter of minutes. Look before you lock.
Whoa, overly dramatic comments in between alerts to increase suspense. I thought this was an EAS scenario, not a children's picture book. Asking questions contrary to the main plot of the scenario cliche.
Some locations along the High Line and in the Missouri River Valley may approach one heat advisory.
I'm not sure if any Great Falls stations interrupt the broadcast for heat advisories. I know Albany 1050's excessive heat warnings, which do interrupt the broadcast, but then again I only know what happens in my neck of the woods. So I'm gonna let this one slide as I'm not familiar with Great Falls' no weather radio network.
Temperatures, record.
Again, wrong form of the word record. This is why I shouldn't have been fired from the no weather radio microphone. Even in scenarios Paul manages to f something up.
Is even higher than normal for this time of year, reaching between 102 and 108 degrees. Temperatures will climb even higher across the area later in the day, close to the 120-degree range.
If that was the case, we'd all be dead.
Look before you lock. Heat advisory.
You're literally the person that created this scenario. How the f would you not know what's going on? Oh, that's right. Everyone who was first watching this at the time probably doesn't know the plot, so you're playing dumb to keep the audience intrigued. But since this is supposed to be funny, I'll just do this. Things start to get worse. Yeah, no shit.
Night time Saturday.
California.
The following message.
Stop, stop, stop. Your fucking voice is so inaccurate, it's no wonder you were dropped in 2019.
Great Falls, Montana, due to extremely hot and dry conditions.
No really, I thought someone farted next to a lit match that was within breathing distance of a conveniently placed tree.
At this time, the cause of the fire is unknown.
You just said the fire started because of rising temperatures, but then you immediately state that the cause of the fires is unknown. I smell bullshit.
But police are looking into the situation. Several fire trucks are on the scene at the moment in an attempt to extinguish the blaze.
Really, there's fire trucks. I thought the military would have mowed them over like NBC did to Conan O'Brien.
Persons are advised to stay away from this area until the situation is fully resolved. Stay tuned to local media outlets for further information.
Watch Snapchat blow the fuck up over these fake fires.
Heat advisory in effect from 1 p.m. Friday to 9 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time Saturday.
Again, this is California at this exact moment in time. Okay, hot take. Greenville-Spartanburg is one of the most overrated offices in the fucking Carolinas. And don't even get me started on Tallahassee, Florida.
These are the 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time observations for the
California, the sequel.
The following message is transmitted at the request of the Mecklenburg County Emergency Management. A large fire has just developed within the vicinity of Charlotte, North Carolina about 5 minutes ago. Police believe that it is due to the heat wave occurring in the area, along with extremely dry conditions.
No shit, Sherlock. Hot temperatures plus low humidity equals boom boom firepower.
It is unknown if this fire was caused intentionally or not.
Did Electric Fanatic's weather neutralizer come to life and malfunction? Or is this crappy scenario logic that won't improve until the very end of the scenario?
Firefighters are currently on the scene attempting to extinguish the fires. All residents in the city of Charlotte are advised to evacuate the area immediately.
How much do you want to bet that nobody is taking heed of these evacuation orders, and are more focused on catching up on Grey's Anatomy or some other Gen Z soap opera on Netflix or something?
Gather enough food, water, clothing, medical supplies, and a battery-powered radio for more information. Seek shelter now. This is an extremely dangerous situation. Seek shelter now.
Tells people to evacuate, but also tells people to take shelter. Make up your mind, damn it.
Message is transmitted at the request of the Mecklenburg County Emergency Management. A large fire has just developed within the vicinity of Charlotte, North Carolina.
Sound exactly. Great grammar. You say WNG 538 is your station, but yet you can pick up KJY 85 10 times better. Another confirmed case of smelling bullshit.
Weather Radio All Hazards, WNG 538 broadcasting from a tower on Grandmother Mountain.
Of course the transmitter tower is on Grandmother Mountain. I don't think people would like seeing Grandfather Mountain with a huge broadcast antenna on it. That would just look wrong in so many ways.
This transmitter is The following message is transmitted at the request of the McDowell County Emergency Management. A large fire has developed within the vicinity of Little Switzerland, North Carolina, and is spreading rapidly throughout the area.
I spread rapidly throughout my area last night, but yet you don't see me making any EAS about it.
Approximately 4 minutes ago, it is believed that the fire started due to a large campfire occurring in the area.
This scenario pretty much predicted the Eldorado fire in the most basic way possible.
Firefighters are currently on the scene attempting to extinguish the fires. This is a very dangerous situation and should be taken seriously.
Cue my message from the Charlotte Alert.
All residents in the vicinity of Little Switzerland are strongly advised to evacuate the area immediately. If you choose not to evacuate, you may be putting your life in extreme danger.
But I want to become the great value version of Blaze.
Gather enough food, water, clothing, medical supplies, and a battery-powered radio. Evacuate now. I repeat,
I don't think a text-to-speech voice for a no-weather radio station would say, "I repeat." If anything, repeat would work just fine.
Transmitted at the request of the McDowell County Emergency Management.
Literally everyone in the western United States that was affected by a wildfire ever. Oh yes, the typical feature your friend's location, because they are collaborating with you cliché. If only I had the ability to play files from the mod archive. Broadcast interruption detected. Damn bro, this is some SCP type shit right here. Case proven. I'm pretty sure, if the EAS header data was shown on the screen, the alert would have been decoded by now.
The following message.
I would have sent this alert for not having the proper Dave voice, but since the actual voice is so hard to fucking find, especially a working version, I'm gonna let this slide.
Is transmitted at the request of the Clovis Police Department.
However, I'm going to send this alert, because I'm 99% sure Dave doesn't work for NOAA and say, the following message is transmitted at the request of some random issuing agency, like most no-weather radio text-to-speech voices do.
A large fire has occurred in the city of Clovis, California.
This proves my point, that California is literally the burning torch of the country.
A large semi-truck carrying flammable fluids has crashed into several cars on an intersection within the area of Clovis, and a large fire is spreading across the area as a result.
Sounds like your typical GTA Online carjacking session.
It is believed that the truck lost its brakes entirely due to a ruptured brake line, and the truck lost control at an intersection, crashed into 5 to 6 cars, and then completely exploded into a raging inferno.
Wow, way to rip off the plot to ThunderBuddy 01's Unstoppable, you two.
All residents within a 2-mile radius of the city of Clovis are advised to evacuate the area immediately. Police and firefighters have arrived promptly at the scene to try and extinguish the fires.
We got guns, you got hoses. See you on the softball field.
No shit, you know someone who lives down there. You're working on this fucking scenario with her.
A large fire has developed within the city of Joplin and is spreading rapidly across the area. At 5:58 p.m. Central Standard Time, an explosion has occurred at the messenger towers in the city of Joplin, causing the building to burst into flames and spread across the area.
Michael Bay confirmed 2021.
It is unknown on how the fire started.
You literal fucking dumbasses, you just said the building exploded causing the fires, but yet you said the cause of the fire is unknown. So was the building explosion a fake, or what?
However, it is believed that a kitchen fire has caused the explosion to occur, along with extremely dry conditions.
Looks like Will Ferrell forgot the meatloaf again. Gordon Ramsay would be pissed.
All residents in the city of Joplin are strongly advised to evacuate the area immediately.
Cue the Karens bitching about being told what to do. Ask California, they probably know. They're always burning in fiction and real life anyway. And this is why children, doom and gloom storylines and scenarios are more overrated than Kyle Larson winning every single NASCAR race. Throw some comedy in there or something. Of course, New York City's Hot FM being featured in a scenario about heat. Great pun about radio slogans. What next? An oxymoron featuring a cool radio station in a scenario that's focused on the world burning. Ironically, the song title is a pun on the current situation, where people are dying due to lethal temperatures and explosions. New York City station relays something that isn't a test for once. Sucks that doesn't happen in real life. If only quote 35 was still on the air in this scenario.
Civil danger warning for New York City. The following message is transmitted at the request of the New York Police Department. A dangerous and mysterious event is currently unfolding in New York City.
How the f*** are fires mysterious? It's like saying a Monster Jam event is magical and is exhilarating. Oh, what the hell am I saying? is most definitely exhilarating.
Due to extremely high temperatures occurring across multiple parts of the country, several dangerous events have spawned as a result, causing catastrophic damage to major cities and residential areas. There have been numerous reports of people suffering first to second-degree burns from touching the ground, due to temperatures soaring up to over 145 degrees Fahrenheit or higher.
Okay, two things wrong with this. First of all, people would have to be walking barefooted, or with flip-flops, if they are suffering first to second-degree burns from touching the ground. Actual shoes are a thing, you know. Also, you said, over 145 degrees or higher. Saying over 145 degrees would have been fine. You just extended the warning by half a second just by saying, or higher.
So far, 2 fatalities have been reported as a result of this extremely dangerous heat wave. Hospitals have become increasingly overwhelmed with cases of people being burned, mostly on their feet due to walking on the hot ground.
I guess this would make sense since the entire Northeast is filled with dumbasses anyway. And don't even get me started on the New York City drivers. My God, they're awful.
Numerous automobiles in the area have had their tires popped due to the excessive heat surrounding them. Some reports have indicated that some cars have even exploded due to the intense heat.
I would like to propose the title of this scenario be changed to GTA Online in real life. And unlike Rockstar, let's not milk this video for over 10 years.
It is unknown what is causing this devastating heat wave to occur, but the National Weather Service, along with the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, will be looking into this situation very carefully, in order to determine the cause of this dangerous and life-threatening event.
The day I see the National Weather Service in Upton, New York giving a shit about stuff like this will be the day I admit that I'm gay.
For now, all residents in the United States, along with the rest of the world, are advised to take the following actions.
Bitch, you really expect people in France to hear this message and actually do something useful? It's France. I wouldn't be surprised if they surrendered again.
Stay as cool and as hydrated as possible. If you see any fires, try to extinguish them by all means.
Yeah, sure. Let's give every dumbass in the country a fire hose to extinguish the tiniest of blazes. It's like giving radar overseer Scardy access to the biggest bologna sandwich farm. It will not go well.
Be sure to drink plenty of cold water to stay hydrated. If you must do so, evacuate the area immediately. If you wish to stay where you are, be sure that you have your air conditioner or fan on full blast to stay cool during this emergency.
I wouldn't be surprised if the AC units combusted due to the freon boiling to the point of explosion. The ceiling fans would probably exacerbate that situation on its own.
If you plan to walk outside during this heat wave, make sure you use sufficient amounts of sunscreen on your body to avoid getting burned. Make sure you have plenty of food, water, clothing, medical supplies, and a battery-powered radio for your stay in the shelter. Listen to NOAA weather radio, commercial radio, and television outlets for more information on this dangerous situation.
Yeah, slight problem with that. KWO35 is f***ing down. How the hell are people in New York City, the largest city in the goddamn country, supposed to listen to NOAA weather radio if their main station is off the air? Such and such situation is getting worse every day cliche.
Good evening.
Finally a f***ing live action scene. Only had to wait, I don't know, 25 f***ing minutes. Also, how the hell is it a good evening if people are being burned alive?
As there have been reports of temperatures going from 125 degrees Fahrenheit to as high as 137 degrees Fahrenheit.
How the f*** is this man not dead yet? Earth's maximum sustainable temperature is 120 degrees. I'm surprised the Earth isn't boiling over at this point.
Just now by my producers that we have a new emergency alert system message coming over the wire as we speak, but we will continue to gather information from news sources like CNN.
We are fighting the fake news. It's fake, phony, fake.
NBC and Fox.
Oh, you mean the people that canceled Family Guy twice? Yeah, no thanks. NBC is best network.
The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States government and the Federal Emergency Management Agency.
I'm not gonna be singing this part, because I genuinely don't know if the United States government can actually issue anything aside from an emergency action notification or some other type of national alert.
There have been many recent reports of casualties across the United States from residents being burned or boiled alive in rivers, lakes, ponds, and pools.
I f***ing called it.
Central Standard Time, there were many reports of steam coming from lakes, rivers, ponds, and pools, causing them to boil and slowly dry up.
Earth, the Milky Way galaxy's melting pot.
It is believed the heat waves that were reported across the country and the rest of the world is the cause of this phenomenal event.
No fucking shit, Sherlock. The temperatures across the globe are higher than water's boiling point.
Approximately 200,000 casualties have been reported from either being burned or boiled alive from the water. This is a very dangerous situation and should be taken seriously.
You've said this over 1,000 times. We fucking get it.
Every resident in the United States are highly advised to listen to the following instructions.
People are probably gonna turn off their radio and listen to that freemium shit called Spotify anyway, but let's listen anyways for the purpose of this scenario.
Stay away from lakes, rivers, ponds, pools, or anything with water in it to stay safe.
A vast majority of the human body is made of water, so how the f*** are we supposed to stay away from ourselves?
If you refuse, you have a high chance of facing certain death.
Well, that makes about 50,000 less Karens to worry about.
The National Weather Service, along with the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, will be continuing to look into this situation very carefully, in order to determine the cause of this dangerous and life-threatening event.
The amount of times this scenario has mentioned the word dangerous is about as many times as I've wanted to make like Agent 3 and super jump to the moon. Genius, we only know as much as the people in the scenario do, so why the f*** are you asking me? Also, no shit, this is becoming serious. Need I mention that the phrase, "this is an extremely dangerous situation, and should be taken seriously," has been used over 1,000 times by this point. Like Jesus fucking Christ, we're literally over halfway through the scenario, and it took 25 minutes to get a scene with an actual fucking human voice. Oh, for fuck's sake, now we got an oxymoron in this scenario.
You're listening to Cool 108, where all the cool music is at.
Cool music playing in such a scorching environment. Oh, the irony.
We're seeing some pretty high temperatures here, but hopefully the situation will be resolved soon.
It's a fucking scenario. 90% of these types of videos are manifesto of the apocalypse anyways, so unless Clay Ranger 143 pulls a miracle out of his it's safe to assume the world is going up in flames like the Fox Tuesday night lineup.
And we're hoping that will happen. But for now, let's listen to this jam right here. It's called...
And this is the part where I mute the video because of copyrighted content.
Civil danger warning. The following message is transmitted at the request of the National Aeronautics and Space Administration.
NASA isn't a fucking EAS participant, you dumbass.
Several reports of large fires, explosions, melting cars and buildings, along with numerous injuries and fatalities, have been received.
This just screams a Michael Bay-inspired GTA Online session at this point. Holy shit.
Very gruesome details have also been received by local authorities. People were seen suffering on the streets of Anoka, Minnesota, with flesh peeling from their entire body as the heat continues.
I literally couldn't understand a fucking word after hearing the part about skin peeling like bananas.
Nearly all lakes in the states of Minnesota are currently boiling due to extreme temperatures, along with several cars and trucks melting entirely within the vicinity.
If cars and trucks are melting this easily, they must have been made of sugar or ice cream.
In addition, the lakes that are boiling seem to have been turning into a dark, rich, red color.
Okay, analog horror wannabes.
Witnesses have reported to be hearing excessively loud, blood-curdled screams coming from the lakes.
Sounds like your typical Spirit Air flight, when you are sitting next to a toddler.
It appears that the sun has been slowly moving towards the Earth over the last few days for an unknown cause, but this explains why temperatures have been higher than normal at this time of year across the world.
This reminds me of the ASDF movie, where the Min is watching this couple stargazing, and shouts this famous line.
So beautiful out here.
Yeah, it's just me, you, and the moon.
Hey! You two should kiss!
This is a catastrophic situation, and should not be ignored.
and the repetition fucking continues.
NASA is working with the United States government, along with the Federal Emergency Management Agency, to set up shelters across the entire United States. NASA is also trying to figure out a solution to this situation, and what can be done to prevent our planet from going under.
Maybe get some space shuttles ready, and have everyone colonize Uranus. Did you get your "that's what she said" jokes out of the way yet?
This message will be retransmitted in approximately 1 minute.
Stop with the copyrighted material, you're gonna get ThunderBuddy 01 demonetized.
God, it is really hot in our studio right now.
Okay, who's the lucky person that Mason Coleman did the funny with before this broadcast?
This is KZRG. We're trying to keep our cool here on the extremely hot temperatures. So forgive me if I'm running out of breath periodically. It's just really hot in here and I'm having a hard time cooling off.
Sounds like someone must have with Rusty while with a Fruit Loops straw.
I don't think the situation will get any better anytime soon.
Finally someone fucking realizes their inevitable fate.
But I'm gonna try my best to give you guys some information. We have received from Minnesota and Anoka. People were seen suffering in the streets of Anoka.
Man's out here saying Anoka like it's the chick he last night.
People actually have flesh peeling from their own bodies due to the excessive heat. That report almost made me gag.
Out of context, Mason Coleman.
Now, hold on, let me drink my water here. It's not really helping, but I'm trying.
Out of context, Mason Coleman, Part 2.
Forgive me if I'm panting, but it is extremely hot in here, folks.
Out of context, Mason Coleman, Part 3.
I'm gonna try my best to stay on the air as long as I can to give you guys up-to-date information. Okay, so... Oh my god, it's too hot!
I'm having a fucking field day with these out of context quotes.
What? Oh, God!
How the f did the broadcast glitch out like that during an emergency alert? If anything, if KZRG is a primary entry point station, nobody would have been able to relay that message effectively. That computer shorted out like my hopes and dreams. And this is the part that actually gave me nightmares. Why the f are sirens sounding off 3 hours later? Finally I'm making a fucking appearance. Tom's back, b****s. We interrupt our programming. This is a global emergency. And of course I make an appearance in the most inaccurate way of disseminating any EAS alert known to man. Thanks, you suck, Major D***. Important instructions will follow. Oh my fucking god, stop the goddamn video. There's so many motherfucking things that are wrong about the screen, it's not even funny. The font is incredibly inaccurate for one, and the top header doesn't say national alert like it should say on a fucking Trilithic and relaying an emergency action notification. My could make a better screen than this. ThunderBuddy 01 himself has a fucking Trilithic and with the proper character generator that puts up the actual fucking screen. Goddamn, what were these two fucking thinking? Even for 2018 that is more fucking cringe than the entire plot of the scenario itself. The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States government. This is not a test. I repeat, this is not a test. Our planet is slowly coming to an end. Manifesto of the Apocalypse. At approximately 5:39 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, there have been reports of increasingly high temperatures across the globe, causing catastrophic damage. The index relaying this message wouldn't even survive at temperatures this high to begin with. How the hell they are still working in this scenario is beyond me. There were reports of temperatures reaching from 265 degrees Fahrenheit to as high as 300 degrees, with some instances of 400 degrees or higher. Just say temperatures in excess of 400 degrees for crying out loud. There have also been many reports of blackouts from the power getting fried by the rising heat. Washington, D.C. in a nutshell. Everything is melting. You're right, everything is melting, including my ice cream. God damn it, and it was Turkey Hill party cake flavor too. You bastards. With the sun slowly moving closer to Earth by the second, temperatures will start to increase to highly dangerous levels. NASA has also shed some disturbing news about the situation. It is confirmed that there will be no way of stopping this situation from escalating any further. Welcome to the long-awaited Final Destination 6, everyone. Death, death, and more fucking death. Blood-curdled screams have been heard throughout the entire planet as this horrible event unfolds. Are you sure those screams aren't SBC Brentwood, Tennessee 615 busting and not to catching an EAN? Humanity is experiencing its imminent doom. Planet Earth is about to succumb to the elements of rising heat. Correction, planet Earth is about to succumb to the elements of
These nuts. Got him!
All residents of the United States, gather your friends and families and pray for our final moments together. Romans 6:23. No, f that shit.
Skip it up and down.
Bright orange glow. What is this? Nuclear power plant disasters part 77. Earth may have turned into an infernal hell, but I'm sure Satan and Devil's Hellstar are vibing to the new atmosphere that is now considered the remains of Earth.
Oh, absolutely. We will use this planet as our home base until Microsoft Sam tries to kill the Supreme AI again. Wow.
Oh my god, I'm burning alive!
How's it going, guys? ThunderBuddy01 here. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching this very first episode of EAS Scenario Sins Revived. It was a lot of fun to do. I loved watching the original series that was ran by Derpy Fire Alarms before she pretty much just put that channel on the back burner for good. I'll be honest, this is my first time doing a Scenario Sins type of video, so I may have gotten a little bit too carried away, but I didn't want to hold any punches for this scenario. I wanted to start this series off with a bang, and I personally feel I did just that. If you guys have any suggestions for improvements, definitely leave them in the comments section below. I am always open to feedback, as you guys know. As always, be sure to check out the original creators of the scenario. Their links will be in the description below. And also wanted to give a major shout out to my ThunderBuddy superfans. Their links will also be in the channel description below. Or the video description below, excuse me. With that said, hope you guys enjoyed. Stay tuned for more episodes. And as always, we'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.